All right, good afternoon. Imagine a young child full of life, potential, curiosity, imagination. Now imagine two very different environments that shape that child's growth. A loving home with one parent or two, and a vibrant daycare filled with peers, trained educators, and purposeful learning activities. Both are nurturing, but only one consistently provides the broad development advantages that prepare children for the world ahead. Today, I want to persuade you that daycare is not just an option or a convenient childcare or convenient. It is scientifically supported, developmentally rich, that promotes social, emotional, and cognitive growth in ways that staying at home simply cannot match. The problem, the hidden limitations of staying home. Limited social development. The children are not learning, they're not socializing with children their own age. They're, unless they're out at a park or something, but they're not getting as much social interaction with other children like they would in a daycare. There's gaps in cognitive stimulation. The Harvard Center on the Developmental Child notes early experiences affects the development of brain architecture, which provides the foundation for all learning future learning. There's slower emotional growth and independence. A caring supervisor by a single caregiver can result in delayed autonomy. The National Institute of Child Health and Human Development found children in high-quality, non-parental care were socially competent and had fewer behavioral problems than those in exclusive parental care. So the solution, social development at its best. When you're working at a daycare, and you see it all the time. So you see that you can tell the difference between a child that has had daycare and a child that's been at home with parents. Most of the time, the ones that are used to a daycare, you see that they've had a routine. You see that their speech, they're not delayed. Now you see the ones that are at home with parents. You see that they're delayed. They're not as well interacting with kids. They hit, they bite, they do things they're not really supposed to do, but with their interaction with their peers, they've not had that experience to be around other children. So there's academic and cognitive advantages. Daycare's follow curriculum. It helps them pre-literacy, math, and sensory exploration. It helps them learn how to share, how to be nice with friends, and how to interact with their peers without it in a positive way and not a negative. They're able to emotionally regulate and the routine. They are able to predict, hey, we're doing this, and then the next thing we're doing this. It's able to be predictable routines and build security and discipline. There's access to professional education. 56% of daycares have educators that have went to school, that they've graduated with the early childhood education degree. Now at home, it's only 9% of parents that are actually college graduate educators. That you're helping them build confidence and independence. In a supportive daycare setting, children learn to trust adults other than their parents, make decisions, and solve problems. NIER found that children in preschool programs show better vocabulary, math, and literacy skills. This is not an argument against a parent's love or care. It's simply facts and scientifically supported that it's beneficial for the kids. And it also benefits the parents. The parent does have what's best for their children at heart. But in the world that we're growing up in now, that our children are growing up in, demands more than just love. It requires confidence, probability, adaptability, and social and intellectual readiness. Daycare provides that. If we want to if we want to give our children the strongest possible start, we should advocate for access to quality daycare, not just a child care option, but as an investment in our children's future. Now, the benefits of it for the parents. The parent is not getting burnout. They're able to take a break. They're able to do errands. They're able to do things that they normally wouldn't be able to do. Um, they're able to further themselves in their career. They can go back to school. They're able to let their child interact with other children their age, and it boosts their confidence for the parent, and it builds a support system because most of the time, parents and teachers want what's best for the children, and that's why that daycare is more beneficial than a child staying at home.